G'day guys, welcome back to Supercoach with DR. So for today's video, we're taking a quick break from the team review videos, and I'm going to give you a quick update on my own side. So I've had a few requests over the last couple of weeks to give you an update on the blokes that I'm looking at, the blokes that I've selected. So this is my current side at the moment. I'm not going to go into any great detail on all the picks. I'll save that for the last team review video that I'll make just before round one begins. So we'll get into it. The defenders: Rory Laird, Sam Doherty, Dylan Robertson, Zerk Thatcher, Starcevich and Brander, with Williams and Gould rounding out the bench. So yeah, very safe premium there in Laird. Fallen premiums in Doherty and Robertson. Robertson, you could argue, more of a stepping stone there. Don't love his buy, but love his price and love his potential and what he can produce and what he has done in the past when he's been fit and playing. Zerk Thatcher, really impressed during the pre-season. I think that he'll be a really popular pick now. For the points that he produced, you know, we don't mind paying $189,000 there. Starcevich, didn't think that he'd play round one, but after watching him play firsthand on the weekend, I was talking to my cousin. We were both really impressed with this bloke. I would have him ahead of Archie at the moment. So, but again, I'll go into him in more detail before the team, my final team announcement. Brander, again, wing roll, like him, 133,000. Did have him swinging with Hill. Hill's now out of the side due to his injury concerns. Williams there looked really good. Impressed me more than, you know, Hickey and Vardy did. Does he play round one? I'm not too sure. Gould, don't think he even plays, so probably more of a placeholder there. On to the midfield. So the big five are still there. McRae, Neal, Kelly, Cripps and Dunkley haven't really moved. I have had Oliver in and out. He's probably the other player that I have flirted with a lot during the pre-season. Yeah, would love, you know, still your Dangerfields, your Titches, your Fifes, these sort of players. Bonts, they're probably the four others that I'd really, you know, even consider. But I am happy with these five, and they'll most likely stay there. Real, just lock him in. Very safe pick at 207. He'll play every game that he's fit for and probably score well. Green, I'm not too sure about. Does Haitley take that role vacated by Taranto? Oh, yeah, I really don't know. But what we saw from Green, you know, it really impressed me. He's a ball winner. He's an early pick. Probably slid a little bit, and the Giants would have been wrapped with that. But yeah, I'm a big fan of him, but just not sure if he actually plays round one. Pickett, very safe selection. He'll be in the round one side without a worry. I wouldn't be expecting him to play like he did in the grand final, those huge scores, but I think he'll be a terrific selection there, very safe. Robertson, Sharp and Buderick, we'll have to see if these guys are named. You know, if any one of these three is named, I hope it's the third one there, Buderick at 106,900, being that cheaper mid-forward eligible player. Sharp played well in the second half on the weekend, great points per minute. And Robertson I had behind blokes like Matheson in the pre-season, but he's leapfrogged him now, and I think they're actually preferring him over Cam Ellis-Yolman, so don't be surprised to see him round one. If you had have asked me 2 weeks, I would have said pretty much no chance, but yeah, a lot can happen in a couple of weeks. In the forward line, I've gone with the two big boys, Grundy and Gawn. The only other consideration I'd make now I've gone no with O'Brien. Yeah, I do like the look of English, but I'm not going to be starting with him. No Nick Nat. It's going to be either Gawn, or this could be pretty radical, all the way down to Naismith. Just depending on if I need to get another premium in another line where I've been relying on a rookie or two to be in the round one side. And if for some reason they're not, then I may be in a bit of trouble and may have to look to make a bit of a drastic move like that. But yeah, I doubt whether I'll have to. I think there'll be a couple of blokes that do present themselves. Cherry there is that more expensive ruck forward over Comben, just to you know, have that $6,000 up my sleeve if I really need it, I suppose. And as you can see, yeah, it might be a bit controversial. Sorry, the forward line: Martin, Petracca, Brayshaw, Stephen Smith, Crocker, Taylor, and King rounding out the bench there. So Dusty, I think most people have him. Petracca, he's been swapping in and out with Darcy McPherson. Been a huge McPherson fan since the end of last year after doing a bit of research on him. But I just think that Petracca can have that potential to go really big, and I think his ceiling's uncapped because we've never seen him play predominantly almost full-time in the midfield, and I think that we'll get close to seeing that this year. Brayshaw, again, loved his pre-season form, always been on the watch list for me pre-season, before the couple of Marsh games, before the practice games, before the intra-clubs, and he's basically done everything that I would have asked him to do at that price. Again, forward mid, eligible is really handy, and I certainly think that he can push to be in the top 10 averaging forwards by the end of the year. Stephen has been in my side most of the pre-season, but I did take him out for probably 3 to 4 weeks, probably max. And flirted with some other players in there like your Seglers, who's someone that I'm still interested in and may come into the side. I'm still not sure. But what he showed in the weekend for his price and his previous scoring history, I think he's too good to knock back. Same as Smith. I just don't see this bloke going backwards. I don't see this as a risky pick. I see this actually as a really safe pick because you look at that price and you look at what he can produce. He won't go worse than that. And at best, he could even be a keeper for us as well. Crocker there, just looked good to me in the preseason. I think that he'll play. Didn't do, anything terrific at Collingwood Supercoach wise, but 152,000 there, a little bit more expensive than your Davis. You can also select who may be, in round one calculations for the Crows. I could save 30 grand there, so could look to make a move like that if I need to change anything else up. It's good to have that extra 30 odd K up my sleeve there, just in case I do need to make any moves with Crocker. Taylor really impressed me on the weekend, impressed everyone that watched him, I think. Hopefully, that bolts him into, round one contention, and I hope to see him in the 22. If he does, yeah, I think we can get him on our benches because we've seen the potential that he's got. And Max King, I think most people have there, will be a very slow burn, but great job security, better job security arguably than any other rookie that we can select this year at that price. So I've obviously gone with the more stacked forward line there as well. Backline is probably looking a little bit weak. I'd love to get Noble in there, and I think I may have to do that. Drastic measures, if a couple of these blokes don't get up, I may look to have to, as I said, get rid of Big Maxi and look to get a Naismith in. I do love a couple of these other defensive picks, in particular, if you're talking about premiums, Caleb Daniel and James Sicily. Even Luke Ryan is a little bit of a smoky there from Freo. So, but yeah, Sicily and Daniel are probably the two other blokes that I'd love premium-wise. And the other bloke that I had absolutely locked and loaded there, which I don't now, is Dan Houston. And that's just mainly due to his bye there, having that awkward bye. And my plan is to hopefully get him in after he's had his bye and be a warm body for the next three that are coming up. So, yeah, I have based this structure around where I think the rookies will be at and where the strongest rookies are at. If we get any rookies at all at this stage, we'll just have to wait and see. So structure-wise, as I said, could certainly change before my final team is made, I suppose. But we'll just have to wait to see those round one sides. So until then, good luck with all the planning, guys. I will make a few more of the team review videos over the next couple of days. Then onto the weekend, I'll be able to knock a few more out there, which will be good. So I'll get all that content out as soon as possible. But again, I'd appreciate any feedback, positive or negative, about plays that you don't like, plays that I may have missed, plays that you do like. It's always really helpful for me, and just some good general discussion for people that are looking to obviously finalise their sides a week out from the start of the season. So again, good luck with everything, guys. Hope it's going well, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.